Are you familiar with the buyer persona? It's a fictional description of a person who embodies real characteristics of your ideal customer. Here's an example. Sally is a 37-year-old human resources director based in Los Angeles, California. She loves to help the employees at her company feel happier and more productive. Most recently, she has been looking into mental health benefits for the company, and while she has the budget to spend, she's having a hard time making the business case to her executive team. A buyer persona like this helps marketing teams map real-world insights to their strategic goals. It helps them frame the buyer's pain points in a relatable way, which in turn helps marketers position their products, write their messaging, and do their jobs really well. At least, that's what a buyer persona should do. I still need that. But the problem with the traditional buyer persona is that because it applies to the entire marketing team, it can be too general for individual team members. Now, for a content marketer who spends their day writing blog posts, producing podcasts, and talking on social media, they would most benefit from a content marketing persona, which sheds lights on their audience's information consumption habits. In today's video, I'll tell you all the elements of an actually useful content marketing persona. Make sure you stay to the end because I'll show you some templates to help you get started. First, the overall goal of a content marketing persona is to understand what compels your audience to connect with you and what persuades them to take action. This will help you create valuable content that ultimately increases conversions. Here's what you need in a content marketing persona: what motivates, frustrates, and scares your customers. Understanding this will help you unlock how to create an emotional connection with your customers. Let's use Zapier, the marketing automation tool, as an example. Their blog is dedicated entirely to productivity, and the Zapier tool is at the heart of that. But why productivity? Let's work backwards. When it comes to marketing automation, think about the kind of person who would even be interested in that. It's probably someone who is at least somewhat tech savvy and wants to free up their time to do other things. They want to spend less time on tasks that can be automated or delegated and more time on high leverage tasks. They want to automate things so that they can be more productive. That's where Zapier comes in. The next thing you want in a content marketing persona: where your audience gets their news and information. Getting a sense of your audience's information diet will give you a sense of how you should create content. You'll learn to speak their shared language, you'll get a baseline for what's top of mind for them, and you'll get ideas for content that really resonates with them. Here's an example from my prior experience at Fitbit B2B. I marketed to human resources and benefits managers, and one thing I learned about them was that they generally like to read Psychology Today and Entrepreneur. Sounds minor, but those things told me a ton about this audience. They care about people. They're really into social psychology. They want to learn how to motivate people. They see themselves as entrepreneurial, and they see themselves as mini businesses. Their job is sales, marketing, and customer service, all wrapped into one role. They're constantly selling employees on the latest company benefits, and they're addressing their employees' pain points every day. Uncover similar information about your audience. Cultivate a similar information diet. Then learn which social media channels your audience spends the most time on so you can create content in places they already are. Which brings us to our next point of advice: how you fit into their world. Once you learn where your audience gets their news and information, you can start to understand how those findings apply to you. Find out what they want to learn from you and how they want to learn it, and then map that back to your business goals. When you can tie the insights back to your business goals, you'll uncover the North Star, which informs your content creation and distribution efforts. If you're a fitness apparel company, you might have the resources and the brand awareness needs to merit posting on Instagram. If you're selling a physical product, then it makes sense that an all-visual social media platform is well suited for you. But if you're a fitness trainer who's trying to get new clientele by building relationships at scale, you might actually be better off on Twitter. There's less competition, and your videos and pictures will stand out against a text-heavy feed. Plus, you might find that the Twitter audience is readier and more willing to pay for your services. Now you have a sense of the output of information that you need in your content marketing persona. Here's how you get the information. Do a mix of investigative research and customer interviews. The most efficient way to do this is to research your superfans. Take a closer look at the own channels where you have the most engagement. There's a good chance that this is probably your email list and at least one of your social media channels. Look at your best performing content, your most open emails, your most liked Instagram posts, and your most retweeted Twitter threads. Then look for your fans. Maybe it's a handful of email subscribers who have opened and clicked through in all 3 of your most recent email newsletters. Or it's a couple of Twitter followers who are usually the first to like your tweets. Take note of who these people are, what their job titles are, what competitors or influencers they follow on social media, and think about all these commonalities and write them down. Once you've done your independent research, start reaching out to these superfans and see if you can learn more about them. Be upfront and specific about what you're asking of them. Your request might look something like this. I'm doing market research about my company's audience. Since you've been a loyal fan for a few months now, I was hoping I could ask you for your insights. Are you open to hopping on a 20-minute call with me? If so, please let me know when you're free in the next 2 weeks and I'll work around your schedule. I know you're busy. If you don't have the bandwidth, I would completely understand. In this example, the request and the goal are clear to the reader. It's asking for less than half an hour of their time, and it gives them an easy out. Remember, you want insights from your superfans. If someone's reluctant, they're probably not a superfan. Once you do have that interview, come prepared with questions. You might consider asking, what are your favorite publications to read? Who are your favorite influencers and why? What is your favorite piece of content from us? What's an area of expertise you're trying to hone? Once you have all the details, you can start putting your content marketing persona into a template that clearly lists out the information. Let's recap. Taking an empathetic, research-based approach to understanding your audience will help you build an effective content marketing persona. Find your superfans and research them. Look for the people who open most of your emails or who are first to like your social media posts. Conduct customer interviews. Be clear and upfront when you're asking for interviews, and make sure you give them an easy out because you want to make sure you find only your most enthusiastic customers. Compile your insights into a readable template. Remember, this should encompass your audience's motivations, frustrations, and fears, sources of information, and preferences for how you fit into their world. Once you have your content marketing persona, you can make sure you're creating the most valuable content that your audience specifically wants from you. If you want to share any of your templates for content marketing personas, leave a comment below. And if you need help in creating content, make sure to reach out to us so we can get started right away.